Hey, and welcome back to Real Estate Questions and Answers with Clayton, where you ask your real estate questions and I, Clayton, answer them. Today's question comes from James, and James asks, Clayton, should I sell my house before I purchase a new one? That's a great question, James. So first, before we figure out if it's better to buy a house before you sell or sell a house before you buy, we want to get with the lender. If there's no lender involved because you're going to be paying cash, then you can completely skip this step. But if you need to get a loan for the next property, you want to chat with that lender. Make sure everything's lined out so it all looks good. You don't run into a situation where you end up selling your house and end up homeless because you can't get the next loan. So if there's no lender involved to purchase the next house and you don't need the proceeds from your sales side, or your lender says you could float both notes at one time, then that's when we need to sit down and talk about what is a best worst case scenario for you and your family, your situation. So it's either no homes or two homes. And that's almost how we need to plan. A perfect scenario, even if you can't float both notes at one time, is sell your house, do a longer contract date. That way we could find the new house, get it under contract, get all that stuff nailed out, and then sell your house and buy the same day with a couple day lease back. That's a perfect world, perfect scenario. Unfortunately, we live in the real world and it doesn't always happen that way, right? So if we plan for a best worst case scenario, no homes or two homes, we could go from there. So Clayton, what do you mean by two homes or no homes? So two homes, obviously, before we even sell yours or before it closes, we go purchase a new one. So it makes life really easy in that situation because you can move out of one, take your time going to the other as the property you're selling closes. And no homes, well, obviously it's that. You have no homes at all. You're homeless, essentially. So either you're going to go stay with family, you're going to stay in a hotel, you're going to live in the RV for a little bit. That's a whole different scenario that works really good for some people. It just depends if you have those options available. So James, is it better to sell your house before you purchase the other one? That's really up to you, and it's up to what situation's best going to fit you. But we always have to ask ourselves, what's our best worst case scenario? Two homes or no homes, and we go from there. Well, that ends it for episode number 9. If you have any real estate questions, make sure you leave them in the comments below or shoot me a DM. And as always, like, follow, share, and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you next time. See ya.